Hello everyone, welcome to another video. On this clip here, I'm on the good old M25 again. I seem to spend half my life on that motorway. This clown behind me in the white van is a bit too close already. He does get a little bit closer even, as you can see. There's a slip road coming up, which I do not want. There is also a car in front of me, so I do need to move out to overtake it and not be in the slip road, which in a few seconds you'll see me do. And then it does this. Remember, there is a car almost to my left hand side there. Now he's got really close to that car. Has to pull back because he got that close. He's scratching his head like he's confused. So am I, to be honest. And then after all, he doesn't even want the slip road. Now driving is all about anticipation, and it's getting harder and harder to anticipate what these idiots are going to do. And just so you know, here's the car coming up that was in front of me. Because a lot of people don't trust what I say sometimes. A little bit further on, I'm on the M23 now. I've just come off that M25 and I'm on the M23. Now, I don't condone this whatsoever, what I'm about to do. This car to my right is lane hogging. It's miles away, it's daydreaming. Miles away is the wrong terminology for a motorway, but it's daydreaming. I can see that. Now I should be going round the right a bit, but I want to send it a message by going up the inside. Do not copy me here, because this is totally wrong. The wrong way of doing it. And it's poor driving from me. But they got the message and they moved over. But do not copy that. That was piss poor driving from me. We're heading towards a roundabout here. On the M25, well, we're on the 217, but it leads on to the M25. So if you want the M25 to Heathrow, you get into this lane. If you want the M25 going towards Gatwick, you get into that lane. If you want the 217, you can get into either lane. Quite simple, you would think, yeah? It even says it on the floor a couple of times, as you can see there. Up at the traffic lights in a second, you'll see a car just casually go through the red light. There he goes. I'll speed it up a little bit here and see how this car to my right takes this junction.
It's your lane there.
Doesn't quite understand
Idiots.
what lane to get into. He wants a 217, so he could have stayed in that outside lane where he was and just stayed in the middle lane now, which is what he was supposed to do in the lane he was in. Now we'll speed it up as we go to the rear camera. The car in question's just gone past me. But what we're looking at is all the rest of the cars that are in that lane. To my left as we're looking at it now.
It's your lane there.
All three of them
Idiots.
followed him. And all three of them want the 217. So they could have stayed in the lane they were in, but they didn't. They all cut across. Weird. Now this is me a few days ago at the same junction, and I'm going to go into the outside lane where that car was. I'll learn to talk in a minute. So I get behind this Audi. Place your bets. Is the Audi going to do what that other guy did?
Okay, so the problem, not your standing, Chris Eubank Jr.'s. Do you think Chris Eubank
Of course
Jr.
he
is
is.
best served by being able to fight on these shores? Because I think he's a British fighter. I think
Road markings are pretty poor, but it's just a bit of common sense. So all you have to do is come round here and then you can pick your lane. Whether you want the M25 or stay on the 217. Quite
is
simple,
wrong
really.
is a different discussion. You weren't told on the 23rd of September, August, because you're telling me that confidentiality prohibits you from being told. So you've got no argument there.
Legal right, at least, to
We're looking at this black car in front of me in this clip. We're actually looking at the person inside the car. Okay, there's also a clip for you petrol heads as well in this bit. But we're looking at the person inside the car at the moment. Moves the mirror to play with her hair. Here comes the petrol head clip for you guys. A Mustang convertible. I think they're quite rare in this country. The convertible ones are anyway. Now getting back to the woman who moved her mirror to do her hair to go to Morrison's in a minute. I don't know quite what to say because she just never puts that mirror back. So basically it's pointing at her and not me behind her. I just don't know what else to say about the clip, to be honest. Are people that vain that they're more worried about what they look like than what they can see out of their rear view mirror? It's a weird one. Let me know what you think in the comments on this one. Be quite interested to find out what everyone else thinks. I mean, does this really show that how little people look in their rear view mirrors? I don't know. But she does nothing wrong driving wise anyway, other than moving that mirror. Well, we're speeding it up a little bit here because just in front of these buses here, see that car in front of that bus? Just casually just goes straight through that red light.
Again, look at this. That's a no entry, mate, you fucking idiot.
Mary, thank you very, very much indeed. You've
Plenty of time to stop there, mate. Plenty of time. And where have you gone? To the next red light, 50 yards down the road. Stupid.
Entering average speed check zone.
This clip here is about manners and when to pull over. Obviously I have to pull over here, but I get a little flash. All good. Moving on. We get to another little section here where the cars are on my right hand side, so I have priority. Car comes round the bend, pulls over, I move over a little bit, so we've got plenty of room. All good again. Again, I've got priority here. And then I get this fucking idiot. Now the camera doesn't really do it justice. When I go to the rear view camera in a second, you'll see what he actually saw. So why he kept on going, I will never know. The gap looks a lot smaller from the rear view camera. Look how small that gap is. And he made me pull over there to let him through. What an idiot. I mean, look how many gaps he's got that he could have waited in, and a clear view of the road to see me, and he still carried on. This is another one that comes up on the channel quite often. This car to my right, it's clearly indicating to turn right. Well done, you're doing a good job. That's what you're supposed to do. Now, so why would you get behind that car? This car here now, there's only me there, and the learner in front of me, obviously, but it gets in that lane behind the car that's turning right. Why would you do that? I'll tell you why she'd do it. Because she's on her phone. She's legally on her phone. It's hands-free. I can hear it. She tries to squeeze in front of me. That ain't happening. And she ends up being further back than what she was. If we go back to the rear camera now, she would have been behind me, but she ends up being 2 cars behind where she was. And that is solely because she was on her phone. I could hear her phone over the loudspeaker. So she was all legal and everything, but it still shows how it messes with your concentration. Or maybe she's just useless anyway, with or without the phone. I'm going to show you this clip twice. Once with me being quiet, so you can make up your own mind, and then once with me telling you what I think's gone wrong.
That's why the barrier's there, mate. Idiot.
Okay, and now me telling you what I think's gone wrong here. For starters, we got this van parked on double yellow lines, so I can't see round it. We've got this fella here that's walking across the road where he shouldn't walk. That's why there's barriers there. That's what I was shouting about in real time. We got this guy here that's walked out pretty quick. He should have edged out a lot slower. I should have noticed that drop curb and not been so fast, because he's crossing in the correct place, unlike him. So, all in all, it was piss poor from all three of us, or four if you include the van. So, that's 2 in 1 video where I'm admitting that I am not Peter Perfect from the Wacky Racers, because as we all know, nobody is perfect. And there is a 5th person in this video as well. I don't know if you saw it or noticed it. I'll show you it now. The bus. Look how close he is to that man that shouldn't be crossing there. That is ridiculously close. And you could see him a mile away, but carried on going.
That's why the barrier's there, mate. Idiot.
So the last clip in this compilation is your typical cyclist doing whatever they want to do. So thanks for watching, guys. You know the drill. Comments down below, likes, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. I'll try and keep up with the comments as much as I can, but don't take it personally if I don't get back to you. I can't keep up with them.